It's surprising how many major coasters in the UK have parallels to others within the country, or in some cases, abroad, whether that's from their theming, layout, ride type, or even their name. These twin coasters often cause some rivalry between the coaster community, so I thought it would be an interesting idea to put them head to head in one video. I can smell the controversy coming, so let the battle begin. Cue the dramatic music. Nemesis Reborn versus Nemesis Inferno. Ooh, we're starting with a classic rivalry. Now, I do love Nemesis Inferno for its underrated layout. The queue line and drop into the volcano are a nice touch, and I find the layout more intense than some people say. However, Nemesis Reborn just blows Nemesis Inferno out of the water. I mean, Thought Park is on an island like no other. Through its epic military theming, the layout dug into the ground, and its pure intensity, Nemesis Reborn takes the win as the best twin. Oh, I've betrayed my home park. On that cheery note, let's move on to the next battle. Oblivion versus Oblivion the Black Hole. Okay, so we have two Merlin-owned dive coasters with great sci-fi theming, pretty much the same name, and a banging soundtrack. Which is better? Well, it must be said that the OG Oblivion at Alton Towers exceeds in its drop. Although the coaster stands 65 feet high, it drops around 180 feet due to the deep underground tunnel that Alton Towers dug out during its construction. Oblivion the Black Hole, in contrast, has a much less impressive tunnel, but it's better in the sense it has a superior layout. Instead of just turning into the brakes like on the Alton Towers version, Oblivion the Black Hole traverses a dive loop, a floaty airtime hill, a helix, and then finishes off with a fun corkscrew, and this makes it the better twin. Subscribe for more videos like this, but next we have Stealth versus Rita. Well, we all know the answer to this one, don't we?
Rita is easily the best.
Stealth is the better twin, as I prefer the lighter, more uplifting theme, the launch is superior, and the layout is an intense, airtime-filled blast from start to finish. It also has better pacing than Rita. The Swarm versus Raptor. Although you might immediately think of Mandrill Mayhem as the twin for the Swarm, I actually think it more closely can be compared to Raptor back at Gardaland. The two Merlin-owned coasters share a similar, slightly apocalyptic theme, typical Merlin, POV. Merlin theming their new family-friendly coaster. And they also both have a thrilling full-circuit layout and a lift hill, unlike Mandrill Mayhem at Chessington. To start, although the Swarm is a fairly intense coaster, especially during the helix, I actually felt Raptor was the more thrilling of the two coasters, as it has more snappy inversions. Its first drop also gives pretty insane airtime towards the back of the train, since it has a straight drop instead of a dive drop like on the Swarm. However, the Swarm is a much smoother coaster, and although I did enjoy the theming, and especially the landscaping around Raptor, the Swarm in my opinion has more impressive scenery pieces.
Nice.
As I do appreciate comfort and theming, the Swarm takes the cake. Colossus versus Sick. This one's a hard one to make for me, as I actually really like Colossus, but I'm going to try and put that aside for this video. It's obvious that Sick has better trains, a smoother and more comfortable layout, and a better drop. That being said, it completely lacks any theming. It's literally on plain gravel, apart from the nightclub station. Absolute scenes at 3 AM. Colossus instead dives in and out of pathways with brilliant landscaping, an iconic soundtrack, and a nice light celestial theme. So I'm going to give them a tie. Sick for the coaster itself, Colossus for the theming and landscaping. Guys, I tried my best not to be biased to Colossus, please don't cancel me. Be sure to leave your battle verdicts down below and subscribe for more videos like this. See you in the next one.
Wow.